Hey guys, welcome back and welcome to episode 148 of our single player Tiveden world. So we are going to continue working around our dock area in this episode, particularly around the decorations. We've made some decent progress. You can see this area is starting to come to life a little bit. I'm going to put some decorations over here as well. I'm thinking of putting down some trapdoors. Let's put down, there we go, some flower pots. Let's do something like this. I don't want to have everything like this. I've got some fish to display down in here, and we've got the sale signs up in here as well, so it's a bargain bin. If you want some decent fish, you know where to come. This is the perfect place for it. So there we go, some extra detailing. And we've got some phantoms that want to say hi. Where are you, buddy? Here we go, we've just got the lonely one. Whoa, came in hot. So let's take a look around the area. So I've made some progress in between episodes again. So this area here, this is where we walk through at the start. I'll put down the gravel. This is just to frame the path, but it's not the final design. I will mix in all the different stone variants, like I do around here. You can see all the different block types. There you go, Mr. Zombie. This island is certainly not mob-proof, but that's okay. Adds to the danger and the excitement, I guess. But I do like the way this path blends down towards the dock area, and I really like how the two buildings here shape the view you get as you come on through as well. So I think that's pretty cool. And then you can see I've got some melons mixed in here now with the pumpkins and the hay. I think that looks good. I've also got a chest here with some hidden lining underneath just to try and light up this area. And I've kept the two barrel designs that we tried out in the last episode and mixed in just a cauldron with it as well. And I've also installed this cart with some pumpkins and melons for sale. So this is a cool little area, I think, and a lot more detailing we can still do here, but I think it's coming together. And let's go and take a look at this building down the end. This is something I mentioned I was going to change, so this is what it looks like. I wasn't really happy with the previous designs, so I've gone for a simpler look, and I'm also using brick. This is something that I really don't use in my world, but with the new textures, I think it looks a lot better, so we're going to give it a go. In fact, while we're here, I don't like how that looks just there, so we can probably change that. Let's see if we can jump up here. Watch me fail at parkour. So we could do something like that. In fact, this might be a better look. Does that look better? Yeah, definitely think that looks better. And this area here is just going to have just another business in it. There is a space underneath as well with a nice balcony, and it connects up into this area. This is what I had here before. It's slightly modified, but same kind of design. Got the drying racks here for the fish. I think that looks good, and we can go down and sell the fish in these markets. So all little details I'm trying to add into this area and make it look a little more, I don't know, more bustling of a place. Things are going on. We do have a space in here. Whoa. Okay. Equipped with a skeleton. How on earth did you spawn in here? Guess it's a bit dark just there, is it? Alright, well that was interesting. But I think this is a nice spot where we could maybe grow some coral indoors as well. So a few ideas for shops and different things. And I'm probably going to have a coral display out the front here, just because it's got natural lighting. I think that could look good. And I do have a bit of coral on me. I've moved all my coral into this box. I was thinking of putting some into here, so there we go. These fish can enjoy us a bit of coral as well. So what I'm thinking of doing for these pens out the front here is to put in some full blocked coral as well. So for that we're going to have water underneath these. So I'm just going to make sure we've got enough space here. So first of all I'll just put in the prismarine. This is what I've been using down the bottom of the water pens down these other two spots as well. I just want to keep the same theme. Looks okay underneath water. So we could go with something like that, but now we need to get in some actual water. So let's grab, can we reach it from here? We can, nice. Oops. I knew I was going to do that. So let's just put down some water. Now, where do we want to put the other one? Now, we need some full blocks. So let's grab our box of coral. This one here, the nice shiny one. Put that over there. Mob's coming in. It's okay. We should be safe for the time being. Now, which ones should we put in here? And I don't want to have this full of the full blocks, because I can just... Whoops. Did that not flow out just then? Thought they're supposed to flow out with Update Aquatic. Anyway, let's just not question logic. Let's put that down there, and what else do we want? A couple other blocks. Maybe just 2's enough. Because I want to put down all these other variants as well. So let's grab some of these. And these have to go on the sides, right? And I can go down there. What do we think of that? Does that look okay? Kind of want this to be like a live aquarium looking thing. Let's just throw this in. And maybe we just mix in some of these other ones. If I put this on top, it's going to die, right? Pretty sure it needs water, so I don't think I can do that. Yeah. So let's maybe not do that. Let's just put that down there. We could leave one on top. Does that look too strange, being a dead coral like that? Probably is a little bit strange. So let's just put that away, and maybe we could put down... We have some of these blocks. Yeah, maybe we just put down some seagrass. That could be okay, and we could even put some fish in there if we really wanted to. Whoops. Okay, you're really annoying me now, buddy. At least there's only one of you. See if we can go for a long-range shot. Whoops, nope. It's changed paths. Now you're stuck in my palm tree, aren't you? Now I can't get you either. Oh, I can now. There we go. So I might do the same over here. So maybe something like this will look good. And I think this is a nice display, and I do need to put some lighting here actually, now that I remember. So I can't have all of this being seagrass. Where can we put some lighting over here? Probably can just put it in this corner. There we go. That will help to add some lighting. So I'm going to try and do something a little bit crazy. I am going to put a waterlogged slab here and then grow some coral on top. So what we can do, just make sure no water can leak around, so that should be fine. We can just put down water like so, and then we should be able to put down coral on top. Let's try this out. That looks really weird, doesn't it? But I think that won't die. I have put in these little spots for water, and I've managed to put in a small amount of coral in there. I think that looks good. But having coral like... Whoops, that was weird. Having coral like this could be interesting. One way to try and make that look a little bit better is to put down an item frame. Kind of looks like it's sitting on a plate. We could do the same over here as well. Let's grab a different type of coral though. What color should we go? Let's try blue. That looks pretty weird. Yeah, so I might experiment with this a little bit. You can see I've added in some other details. I'm going to have probably some coral in these item frames, although not that type because that looks really weird. Let's grab one of these ones maybe. Yeah, that looks a lot better. So I'll put coral in here. I've also put some flower pots up in here, and I've just removed the string that was there because the flower pots is going to hold up the carpet above. So adding in some extra detail. I've also hidden in some lighting underneath this chest. So just trying to find different opportunities to make sure this area is going to be lit up okay at night time. Doesn't have to be perfect, but I don't want mobs going crazy here either. And a little flower bed here to also fill out this part of the dock. So small details, but I think this will add to the overall look. We could probably put in maybe another coral bit here. Let's give this a go. Now we're going to have water leaking out. No, we should be fine. So we need a slab. We need some water. There we go. And let's put this down. You can put the water down first if you want to. Then put the slab on top. And what should we put on top this time? Try some yellow stuff. It doesn't look too bad. I kind of feel like it has to be sitting on something. Kind of has to look like it's in a plate. I was just thinking of another look we could try for this area. I'm going to remove this temporarily. I might have to put this back. But let's take that out. And what I'm going to do is put down... Let's grab our spruce trapdoors again. So what we could do is waterlog this. So I need to get rid of this one as well. Get rid of this one. Let's pick that up. And let's make this a water source block. For now, I won't worry about the bottom because we won't be able to see it with what I'm about to do. But a few ideas are brewing in my mind. Let's try putting down a trapdoor. See, that's now flush with the water, so that should now be waterlogged itself. I want the trapdoor to be facing the other way. Yeah, like that. So it looks like this is attached to the wall there. So let's do that along here as well. Oh, I can't put it there though, can I? No. Well, that's not so bad. But that should mean we can place coral on top of this. Oops, not not like that. Whoa. Okay, well, not that kind of coral. Let's grab a different type of coral. Let's grab this one. No? Oh. You can't put... There you go, I didn't know you can do that. Let's try that down here. Can you put coral on top of trapdoors? You can't. Things you learn. Another look I thought we could try is putting them up here using waterlogged slabs and just hide them in here. I could probably switch this out for a stair so you don't see that gap just there. But this will allow us to put some more on display, and that could suit this shop area quite nicely. Now I thought we could take one of these. I don't have any other of these. I don't even know what these variants are called, but the taller ones. I want probably this blue one. I don't have any others with me. I'll need to go collect some of these guys. But we can put them down like this and then put down that item frame for the base or a plate. I think that looks pretty good there. So another fun detail is to put a coral block in the item frame, then put down the coral. So you see it like that. Looks a little strange, but I think that looks good actually. I don't mind that. Let's try that over here as well. So rather than just having these taller ones, let's also put in ones like this. There we go. I don't mind that. I think that looks pretty awesome. So what do we think, guys? We have two shops now open for business. We have a flower shop and our coral shop. So I thought with the flowers out the front here and trying to add a bit of variety, I thought it'd be pretty cool to have a flower shop right next door. So I think that looks good. And don't mind the mess, but we do have the insides of this building all done as well. So let's come on in. This is where we can grow our coral, or you know, that's what it's supposed to represent. No visible torches in here, and it looks pretty good, I think. Nicely laid out. We've got some, I think we have some kelp in here, don't we? Yeah, got some kelp, seagrass, got our little tanks full of coral that's growing away, and we have our lonely fish in here, wherever, there you go. I thought I'd never really come into this room, so I didn't want to put a whole lot of fish into this, but this guy's got the whole tank to himself, so party on, buddy. Enjoy it. And yeah, pretty happy, pretty simple really in terms of the layout, but I thought having a little decoration on the inside would be pretty interesting. So happy with that. So this is the kind of detail that I need to add to different parts of this dock area. I want to do something around the side here. I saw some good suggestions around building like a shipbuilding business, and maybe that's what we could do around the side. That could be interesting. We could come down here and maybe build like a dock onto the water where we can kind of make these ships on the side here. So a few ideas for that. But I think we'll take a break from working on this area. I want to grab my trusty red box here. I'm going to head over to our villager farm. I can fly. There we go. So let's cruise on this way. I've been working around my island here for quite a while, so it'd be good to see, is my villagers farming away, or are they just hanging around doing nothing? So let's come down this way, check it out. Yes, we have a problem. So what are these guys doing? Let's make sure, yep, I'll break this one. Come on through. So these guys aren't really doing much, it looks like. So what I think we need to do, because these guys, as you might remember, are throwing carrots all over the place. There's carrots being thrown over here. There's carrots being thrown over here. So what I want to do, let's clear out our inventory and let's just clear out a spot here. In fact, let's remove this. See, he's just throwing it just then. So there is something here. I don't know what. I'm going to guess it's an invisible villager, but I could be wrong. But what I think we need to do is first of all grab a bucket. I want that water. Let's come down this way. Should have a trusty bucket back in here, I think. Alrighty, so there's one bucket. Only one bucket. Alright, fine, this will have to do. Come out this way. What's underneath here? Nothing too valuable. Okay, I think we need to go for some drastic measures here. I'm kind of out of my ideas of what is going on, so what I think we'll do, put that down, just to get rid of that water. Let's open up this chest. What can we find in here? Oh, this might be interesting. Let's grab some of this. I'm going to see if we can blast our way through this problem. If there's a villager just here, let's just see if there's a villager anymore. I'm going to try something that could be bad, right? I mean, we've got delicate things around here, but I'm out of my ideas, so this is what we're going to try. Let's just see what happens. You might want to get out of the way, buddy. You know, come on, get out of the way. Yeah. In fact, let's do this. Harvest over here. Come over here and plant. There we go. Alright, fire in the hole. Well, that was rather interesting. We certainly took care of whatever was there. And this is interesting. So I didn't quite disrupt this guy. I did hurt him, but he is still okay. So I'm going to patch this up now. And let's just see, do they still want to throw their carrots over here? Do they still want to, after all this, do they still want to try and throw down their carrots? Hey, what is that? An arrow. Why on earth would there be an arrow there? Is that related to the problem or not? Hard to say. Anyway, I'm going to patch this up and let's see if it's fixed the problem. So for the time being, I've got a dodgy patchwork here for the roof. But it's going to be good enough because all I really need to do is prove that this thing is going to work or not. So these guys are currently harvesting. So what I'll do is I'll sneak in. Uh-oh, looking that way. Okay. He's throwing stuff around. Okay, fine. I think we'll look good at the moment. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to stand here and watch these guys, just like I did a few episodes ago. I want to see what do. Do they throw carrots over here still, or they throw carrots towards this guy? Carrots just went everywhere. So, I'm not sure what's going on there. Oh, it's the light levels. That's what it is. Okay, I need to get some extra lights. There we go, that will do for now. So we should have the right light levels in here. So these guys should be able to harvest. We pick up these carrots. Okay, we should be all good. Alright, so now I can sit back and watch these guys. Let's see what happens. Well, looks like TNT hasn't solved this problem, and I'm kind of running out of ideas. What on earth these guys could be so interested in to send carrots over here? I haven't seen them throw carrots around too much elsewhere. Just as I say that, he's throwing the carrots over in this corner. Maybe there's something weird that goes on with these villages. I'm probably going to have to do some testing in a creative world to see, has anything changed in recent updates? This farm design has worked for me for a long time, so I'll have to try and get this sorted before I release my world tour and the updated world download, but I'll need to try and figure this out. I'm going to head over into where we created our aquatic farms, and I do want to check out, I did put a fish in here, I'm pretty sure. A couple of salmon I think I placed in here. Let's see, there we go. They're out here having fun, that's nice to see. So I'm just going to come down and see how much of the kelp have we got from this tiny little farm. Keen to see, have we got something that's worthwhile smelting yet? Oh yes, full chest so far, and we're already on to the next chest. So this little setup is working. It's nice and slow, which is exactly what I wanted. I didn't want anything that was too taxing on the redstone around my main island. I'll build a larger farm elsewhere. But this is why I wanted to get this, because basically I want to smelt this up so I can craft myself some of those kelp blocks, because I think that'll be a nice decoration block to use around the dock area as well. So I'm going to do that, but let's just head on over this direction. I do want to show you guys, let's see if you can notice it at night time. Don't worry about that, I still need to clean that up from an experiment that I tried a few episodes ago. But let's see out here. Do you notice anything different? Anything standing out that looks different, weird, strange? I put down a whole lot of seagrass, so I've gone through at least 15 stacks of bone meal, going around this river system, putting down all the seagrass, trying to make it look more natural. I certainly think this is more fitting for the newer biomes that we have in the game, with all the new blocks, so seagrass generating naturally. So I've been using that around that river, and I've gone out to as far as here, but I haven't finished this part. So there's a little bit of seagrass around here, but not enough. So a lot more work to be done there. But it's amazing how quickly you go through that. I've had, yeah, at least 15 stacks, and all this part here is pretty much done. Not sure what I'll do with the oceans yet, particularly around this side. Might need to put some seagrass out there, but I might leave it as well, not sure. But I want to also show you guys a few changes I've made to this building. I've mixed in some different blocks to try and break up the solid brick look that we had. Gone for some polished granite and just the normal granite. I think it looks okay. It's kind of in the same theme of where I've built buildings out of the cobblestone variant, so mixing in the stones and polished andesite, those kind of blocks. So I think this is a nice equivalent for this kind of look. And what else have I also done? I think down here I've also put in these flowers now. Don't think anything else has changed just here. By the way, if you want to know where I've been sleeping and storing things, this is my temporary home for the time being. It's just a nice place to have some blocks and materials close by. But over here, I wanted to try out something. I think we've got this nice open space just here, and having a dock right there would be a good excuse to build another building, because business is booming. I certainly want to bring more produce down to the dock area, so I'm going to build another building here. And let's just put this away. I need to smelt that up, but for now let's just grab some materials. I think what we can try is another brick building, trying to link this one, or the look of this, to the other building we have down by the foreshore. I think it'd be good to bring those together. So I'm going to try and mix in a building here. Now we don't have a lot of space, because we've got the mountain here right next to us. So how far in can we go? I'll probably have to chop out that much. So that's probably not too bad by having this as being the main outside wall. So what I think we'll do is let's just put down the main outline. We'll see if it's going to fit this area okay. No point building a whole lot of detail if we're going to have to tear it all down. So let's start with that. And what are we going to do here? Let's have maybe a window over here. And let's just jump up and fill that out. So that'll be a window. Did I pick that up? I don't think I did. I must have. Anyway, so that will be the window. Let's have a doorway. Then let's do a couple more windows. So a few more modifications, but let's take a look at this size. Gone for a different height on one side of the building. So this could be like a smaller part going into a two-story section. I think that might look okay, even if it's right up next to that tree. Although I'm going to miss looking at the tree from this angle. I didn't really think about that. So, yeah. Is that going to look okay? Because I talked about enjoying the view as you walk on down through this path. You'll get the view when you get to this level. That's going to be it. So I'm going to have to think about this, if this is something I do want to do. So I thought to try and minimize the impact of this building coming out onto this path area. I've switched this out now for a smaller design. And what do we think of that? Is that going to hinder the view? I think it looks better from this distance. Let's see what it looks like as you come down the path. It's not too bad. If we had another tree right here, it probably won't look so bad. And what I think we can do is make this building like a small smeltery. So I've got all these kelp that I want to cook up, so rather than go over to the blacksmith building, might make more sense to have a shop here dedicated to smoking or cooking up things right down near the docks. So that could be a good look for this area, and having it this size, I don't have a shovel on me, do I? No. Might be a better fit, because we don't need a whole lot of space if we're going to just have a few furnaces in here. Maybe just something of this size. I've made a few more changes to this tiny little building, and it's not too bad, I don't mind it, although the block palette on a small scale like this kind of makes it look like a ruin, so I think I'll have to revisit the block palette that we've gone for. And I'm also going to have to change out the floor, because I think it'd be fitting for a small smeltery to have a fireplace in here. So fire and an acacia wood floor will not mix, so I'm going to have to change that out. And I'll also change out the block palette for the actual furnace here as well, or the fireplace. I don't want the walls and the fireplace to be made out of the same blocks. Let's go take a look at this new and improved little house. I spent some time revisiting the palette, tried to mix in the brick still and not make this place look too weird and strange. And this is what I've come up with. I'll probably have to change out the stair as I look at this. It kind of looks a little bit weird, but we can come on in, and we've got some furnaces in here now. We've got an open fireplace, and hopefully this won't burn things down. I think we're all okay on the inside. And I'm mainly got to be careful about, if I grow a tree here, how close this gets to the fire here. So, but this is a bit crazy. I'm going to have to tear this one down, I think. But let's go in and let's cook up our kelp. This is exactly what I wanted it for. So let's just throw some of this in here. Don't have a whole lot of coal on me, but I can at least get this underway, because I want to put some of these dried kelp blocks around on the dock area. I think that'd be pretty cool. And I think with the dried kelp, we could also place it maybe on the sides of this building. So maybe a bit of overflow. We could even build a cart or something out here with some dried kelp on top of it. So a few things we could do to help improve this area as well. Anyway, there we go. That's going to be it for this episode. Hopefully you like this little building, the dock area, and the details we've been adding. And in the next episode, we'll probably work on fixing up the small things around the main island here in preparation for the world tour, and I've probably got a few other little surprises on the way. So, whoa, this guy wants to say hi too. So anyway, I'm going to leave the video here. Thanks for watching, guys. Stay awesome, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Cheers.